my next guest, keep quiet, you. My next guest is a sports columnist for the New York Daily News, and each Monday you can see him on ESPN2's The Mike Lupica Show. Please welcome the Lip, Mike Lupica. This is exciting. Congratulations, you have the Mike Lupica Show now.
Yes, I do. Big name guest, live audience. But I don't have a sidekick and no band. So what I was wondering is, on Monday afternoons, I mean, it doesn't even have to be the Max Weinberg 7. It could be like the Max Weinberg 3 or 4. And if Andy could come too, that would be great too.
Well, that's up to Andy. This isn't, that's my relationship with Andy, is he decides.
And
Andy?
Casual dress?
You can wear anything you want, and good tickets to ball games.
All right.
I was going to offer them to the band, and I said, no, the hell with it. Andy gets them all.
I know nothing about sports, so that might be a...
Yeah, but it hasn't handicapped me at all.
All right. There's so much to talk about here. There's so much, and I want to get the good stuff on my show, so that the Mike Lupica Show eventually fails. We got a very sporting. I'm not a sporting guy. No. I wish you the best, ESPN. We don't have any conflict here. We can both thrive in our own respective neighborhoods.
Okay.
I want to ask you about a lot of the controversies in sports right now.
Right.
Everyone's talking about McGuire. Okay, yeah. McGuire, apparently, they say, Mark McGuire's been taking a supplement,
yeah.
And they say that maybe that's been enhancing his performance on the ball field, hitting the home runs. And a lot of people are saying that this isn't fair. You know, he's going after the 61 home run record, and he's trying to defeat a record from an era when they didn't have supplements.
Yeah, but, you know, he hit 49 home runs as a rookie, and it was 11 years ago before he ever heard of this stuff. But it is banned in the NFL, and it is banned in the Olympics, so you have to wonder whether it belongs in baseball.
Why is it banned in those places? Because
they say they treat it like a steroid. They say it does exactly the same as a steroid. So I went to this vitamin shop the other day on 23rd and Park, and they showed me the various things, and I finally said to the kid, who uses this stuff? And he said, bodybuilders use it, and he said, old guys use it. And I said, well, why do old guys use it? And he said, well, he thinks it gives them a little help with the ladies. And I said, well...
23rd and where?
Well, after what I heard about you saying about people you work with, you could run right over there. So I didn't think we should give...
I hate myself.
Well, but what a fun job you got.
Yeah, but Mike, she's not hanging around locker rooms.
No, tell us.
You're the guy who has the real opportunity to see some stuff.
I was thinking, listen, you say that, this is why I'm trying to really actually break into show business.
Yeah. You're going to walk around and ask people to drop their drawers now?
Well,
that's going to go great on the old sports show, Mike.
It's not everywhere, but it helps if you're a girl and you ask that. Not everywhere, but, you know.
Yeah, when guys ask guys, really. They get a different response sometimes.
You know, that's why there's been some tough interviews for me. Yeah.
Now let's talk about, so you think it's really not a big deal?
I think it is something that baseball has to look into, but unfortunately baseball doesn't have a drug policy. Right. Baseball's basic drug policy is don't buy, don't sell. Right. You know, and other than that, you know, people can pretty much do what they want to.
Right, okay. Let's talk about the Yankees, New York Yankees. It's a phenomenal story, on their way to maybe being the most winning team in history.
It is the best regular season baseball team I have ever seen. They make it a joy to cover them. They are a joy to watch. They're having a little bad time this week with the Anaheim Angels, but they have a chance to win more games than any team has ever won. And if they do, I think they have a right to say this is the best regular season that any team's ever had in sports, which is why I'm wondering why the owner of the team, Mr. Steinbrenner, is even thinking about moving this team out of Yankee Stadium. I mean, it's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Because to many people, Yankee Stadium is a shrine. It's a museum. And he's talking about building another Yankee Stadium, a new one on the west side of Manhattan.
It is absolutely crazy. It is the house that Ruth built. It is not supposed to be the mall that Ruth built, you know. And this guy, he has the best team in baseball. They're ahead of the field by a bazillion games. He has the best farm system. They're on their way to breaking an attendance record. And you want to say to this guy, if things are so tough for you in the Bronx, how come your team is doing so good? And so just shut up about moving the team and leave it where it belongs.
Now, wait a minute. Now, what about, what's interesting is that the mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, is on Steinbrenner's side on this one, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, they're really on his side. I mean, they're so close you have to throw water on them to get them apart. They, you know... He's become, you know, the Mets have this really dorky mascot called Mr. Met, which I used to think was the worst mascot in sports.
It's not good. And Mr. Met is just a guy with a baseball for a head.
Yeah, and
Talk about someone who's probably using a supplement of some kind.
This is the worst mascot until Giuliani became the Yankee mascot. And now it's pretty much a dead heat. And he ought to be fighting to keep Yankee Stadium where it is. And unfortunately, he's with Steinbrenner. It's a constituency of 2 to move this ballpark. Because
why does everyone want to build new ballparks? I'm from Boston originally. Fenway Park is this jewel. They talk about they're going to have to tear that down eventually and build a new ballpark.
Because these owners see the other new ballparks, and the other little boys and girls have them, and they want them. And unfortunately, they always ask us to pay for them. And they tell you what a sweetheart deal it is going to be if you fork over all your tax dollars. And the fact is, in the end, one guy benefits, and that's the owner of the team.
It sickens me. Why do they have to always make sports about money these days? Why can't they put the heart back in baseball and all the other sports? Don't we want to see that? I'm sorry.
Andy,
I'm
that's
sorry.
why you're with me now.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mike. I just had to end the interview on applause. Your column is in the New York Daily News, and, of course, the Mike Lupica show is on ESPN2 on Mondays, and if you need any help, you know, borrow anything you want.
Here, have a ticket.
Is this a real ticket?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Why does it say void all over it?
Well, give me a back tap.
It says no Irish. All right, thanks a lot. Mike Lupica, everybody. Thank you. Okay, everybody, that's our show for tonight. Do want to thank all my guests. Stay tuned for later. We'll see you tomorrow.